Whoop. Oh, man. What's going on, fellas? All is well, Ethan. How are you, dude? What's happening on your side of the world? I've just finished work, coming here, and I'm going to try and wake up the body a little bit and do some good work and go from there, I guess. How are you fellas doing? The start of the session is the hardest for me, always. Oh, man. Oh. Matthias, been seeing you since the day 800s. Just mad respect and big inspiration. Thank you for being a consistent beast. Thank you, Matthias, man. That's awesome to hear. No, it's been a little while since 800 went by. A little while, but it's come around quick. By the grace of God. Well done, Ethan. Appreciate that, man. Hey, Ivan, just wondering if you've ever done clean and press with dumbbells. My PR with this is 43 kilos. Is that two 43 kilo weights or just one? No, it can't be it. No. You're talking just about one, right? Surely not. Yeah, one. I was gonna say for a second there, holy shit, dude. No, I've never done that. Never tried that. I've done, I have done a, what do you call it now? During my little weightlifting arc, I did power cleans. I did a power clean 125 kilos. Power clean. I didn't press it. But I've done push pressing with 120. So a lot of this stuff is just technique, man. So much technique in, this like weightlifting-ish type of movements. So much weightlifting. So much weightlifting that is just, it's still great no matter what, but you're limited by the coordination of your muscles and all of that. Oh, man. Ivan, what do you do for hamstrings these days? I'm struggling to find exercises other than RDLs and good mornings. Ethan, man, I don't really do anything for hamstrings anymore, dude, to be honest with you. And the only reason for that is not because hamstrings suck or whatever. It's purely because that is not my rate limiting step. For me, the thing that stops me from progressing in the squat and the deadlift is not the hamstring in my assessment. What I think is going on after all these years of trialing and erroring is the hamstrings are pretty good. And the reason why I say that is just because of how these lifts feel for me. So just for instance, the top portion of the deadlift for me is just a breeze. It's an absolute breeze. If I can get that bar, I want to say to knees, but like even like a couple of inches below the knees or the upper shin, it's just never been a problem for me to lock that out. Like I'm just really, really powerful in that upper portion, upper half of the lift. Probably even like you would say upper 3/4 of the lift. It's just that initial part off the ground that is a struggle for me. And so when you know something like that is going on, then you got to think to yourself, okay, so what the hell is going on there? Why do I suck off the floor like that in such a breeze at the top? And the only reason I don't finish lifts is because I literally can't bunch them off the floor. And so you start to kind of think about all those things, and I've made diagnoses based upon me thinking that it's the weak hamstrings. Then you go along and you smash the hamstrings. Good morning, you're up to fucking 160 for a set of 1. I think I've done like a set of 5 at 160 if I'm not mistaken with good mornings. All that kind of stuff. RDLs, 200 kilos for sets of 5. Absolutely smashing all that, and like still, the deadlift is stuck on the floor. I just can't freaking bash that shit off the floor at all. So after many, many years of trial and error, I've worked out that the hamstrings are not the weakest link with me, and I need to back up the other tree, which is all the other stuff. So quads and upper back. Those are that's the diagnosis that I've kind of made for myself, that is the weak link. And so I've decided, look, I'm not going to train my hamstrings at all. That is not the weakest link right now. Maybe someday it will be, but right now I'm not going to do that. When the weights start to pop off the ground like nobody's business, and I start to get, stuck at the top, which I can't even measure, then I'll go to hamstrings. But like my glutes and hamstrings, I would say, are pretty strong because the deadlift lockout for me is a joke. I actually accelerate the bar as I'm going up through into the deadlift, which a lot of people slow down and they can't, they get rounded over. Not me. I'm accelerating all the way to the top. So because of that, I've kind of made a diagnosis that my hamstrings and glutes are pretty strong. I need to work on other things. And everyone is going to have a slightly different thing going on. I don't belong to the camp, just train everything. I don't believe in that, because there's only so many resources you have. There's only so much things you can recover from. To waste your energy on things that are not a problem makes no sense to me. I'd rather send all of my resources into the area where I need to actually work on. And on top of all of that, there's another layer of, well, your leverages are fixed. You ain't growing a longer bone in your femur or your tibia, and for any other muscle. And so for the most part, you're going to be always stuck with certain types of leverages and certain types of problems. So I don't think I will ever get to a stage where I just pop off the ground like nobody's business. That's never going to be me, I don't think. And so, do I ever train hamstrings? Well, I do, in the sense that when I deadlift, I train hamstrings, and when I squat, I train hamstrings. But I'm not going to go hunt them individually in an isolation movement because I don't think I need to do that. It's just not a priority for me. Same with the bench press. Okay, let's make a diagnosis there. Why do I suck off the chest? Is it triceps? Do you think you are not getting off your chest, that bar is pinning you down because of the triceps? No, I don't think that's the case at all. So what the hell are you training triceps for? You can't even get into the tricep world of the movement because your other shit is holding you back. So until that becomes a problem, don't train it. Unless you got some pain and injury and whatever else is going on. That's kind of for the most part. But do you ever train triceps? Yeah, when I bench, I do triceps. But I don't do accessories for triceps because that's not what I need. So hopefully that answers the question on the whole hamstring thing. I love training hamstrings. It's a beautiful feeling because I'm good at it. See? It's the shit that you're not good at that you need to train. It's always the case. It's funny how that works, but it really is the case. Oh, man. Mechanics of the body for sure. Correct movement is essential for maximum power. Richard says, it's crazy how we fall for status quo. Charisma sells people, so much junk in the world. Ivan, you're a true human being and you're offering true value. It's fucking awesome. Thank you, Richard. I love you, bro. Thank you so much for the uplifting words, man. You always make me feel good, dude. Like, you're always encouraging and uplifting people, and that is awesome to hear, dude. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. If you had the funds to create your dream gym, what items that you don't have would you add to the arsenal? Oh, easy. I kind of explained a little bit about my weaknesses already with the previous question, but hack squat, leg press, definitely I'll do that. Pendulum squat, I will have that. Those are kind of like straight off the top. And then I would love to have like a whole host of like, machines for the upper back. I've already got the T-bar row, the incline row that I call. That's already awesome, but it wouldn't be bad to have like that, but like in other forms, like a seal row. I'd love a seal row where you can kind of like supinate the hand and do that. I would love that. Just straight off the top of my mind, like that's where I would try to go. I'd love a floor that is straight. So like I'm not always flipping my squat rack around because I'm worried about imbalances. I'm always going back and forth with the racks because I don't want to get used to one side. So platform would be really good. Things like that, that's where I would go. Makes sense. Okay, now deadlift 505 kilos. Yeah, dude. 500. I saw that today, man. Yeah. And that looked good to me, man. I reckon he's got more in the tank for sure. It's just interesting to see how Eddie Hall looked like after that 500 pull and how Thor looked. And then how the other fellow looked with the sumo stance recently. He looked amazing as well. All of these people are just Superhuman. Incredible to see that much weight move. Oh man. You can hear the bench moving underneath me with every rep. Well, sumo doesn't give the same head pressure as conventional. Yeah. Cheeks, my man is never ending. Ethan says, I was debating with a friend after 10 years in the gym, if you will fully grasp the essence of the gym, you no longer care what your physique looks like, but moreover, what it does for you mentally. Thoughts? Oh, I think the gym, it's not just, well, I think as you start to mature in this world, you start to realize what really matters, what truly, truly matters. And it's not that aesthetics don't mean anything. Your like the physical side doesn't mean anything, but you start to kind of appreciate other elements of life. It's not just about how you look. It's not just about the cover of the book. It's about the essence. It's about the message of the book. It's about the story. And so that comes with maturity, and you will definitely start to see, let's say, other dimensions of what this life is. It's not just about impressing the girl or the guy next to you, which a lot of fitness is really about. You will start to kind of truly understand what life actually is and how fragile it is. And some people take many, many years. I mean, I was speaking to a guy the other day. He was on here fooling around and calling me names and whatever. That guy is 57 years old and he looks like he's not even matured past 16 yet. So some people will never mature out of that initial adolescence age where, they're trying to form who they are as an individual and trying to work out where they stand in this world. Here you got a 57-year-old man who comes onto the live to call me fat, to call me unfit, to call me stupid, to call me, attack me. I've never said anything to him, but here is a guy that's going out of his way to make somebody else's day worse. That automatically tells me that he hasn't learned some valuable lessons in life. He hasn't learned something. He's missed lots of checkpoints along the life of maturity. So just because you're getting older doesn't necessarily mean you're evolving as a human being, as a soul, as a spirit, as it's not just a physical thing, right? It's not just about your bench numbers, man. There's a lot more to life. So, but as you start to mature, hopefully at some sort of rate, you start to understand that there's a lot more to life than aesthetics. As there's other things going on in life. And obviously having kids and meeting your partner and loving her and developing relationships, quality relationships in your life, that will also kind of teach you along the way valuable lessons of what this life is actually about. And so then you realize that the gym is not just about me posting the biggest PR, because ultimately that is not what's going to feed you with goodness, showing off that you're the strongest guy in whatever area of the world or in the complete world. There's more to it. And if you're lucky enough, you will get to that stage where you truly realize what this actually is, not just the gym, but also life in general. But then, like I said, you will also see people that are still stuck in that 18-year-old, 16-year-old era, which, by the way, I was also part of. I remember having those same ideas. I'm not some superhuman. I remember being there and being so conscious of if that guy thinks I'm strong or if that chick thinks I'm really good looking, better than the other guy, and can I have a number? Oh my God, rejection. What do I do now? All that kind of like superficial level of existence. Eventually, you'll start to delve deeper into this life, and with it, you will start to understand that coming out here every single day to train is not just about getting stronger. It's far from it. It's about distressing. It's about the beautiful combination of physical exertion and philosophy. Those two things, for me, in my mind, are very, very closely intertwined. When I'm moving around, when I'm training, my thoughts come to me easier. And literally, this is what I say, this is my therapy. Not that I need therapy, not that I have any psychiatric issues, or that I take any medications, but like we all carry stress, especially some of us that work in areas which are very, very stressful. When I come here in silence, black walls, which I did this on purpose, just like a low stimulus environment, and I'm exerting myself, and it's just freaking therapy, man. It's just goodness. A large part of me just wishes people will get that same benefit out of this. It's not just about listening to freaking rock and roll and sniffing ammonia and downing pre-workout and hitting big weights and looking around like, does anybody see that? Fucking, I'm the shit around here, motherfuckers. I'm the motherfucker around here. It's not just about that. And cool, if you want to do that, that's your thing, that's fine. There's stages in life. But I sincerely hope that you get to a point in life where you see past the superficial. All right. Hey, Miz. Now, what I've got today is just a bit of benching, a nice warm up for bench. I'll do that. Nice little warm up for bench. And then I'll do some more arm wrestling stuff. Not the full thing, just another part of it. I'm going to do supination today. Warm up the hips really nicely, squat, and that'll be it. Just that. Hopefully tomorrow, maybe, I don't know, the next day, I will deadlift. But yeah, that's kind of what I want to do. I just want to work on the elbows. Still, my back is really fried from yesterday, so I'm limited anyway. But that's kind of what I got in my mind. Richard says, passionate about the gym for 12 years. I love my aesthetics, but the gym is like a rock concert or a dance for me. It's liberating, but there are many perspectives. We all want different things. Yeah, well said. Well said. Absolutely. Hey, Ivan. Hey, Tusha. How are you? Tasha. Ethan says, yeah, 100% I believe the aesthetics becomes a byproduct of the gym, but ultimately the mental benefits are the real gain and the currency that no rich man can just buy. Absolutely, Ethan. I love that. See you in the 13th year. I love that. Ethan, the 20th and the 30th, bro. Life willing. The gym is my sanctuary for a list of reasons as many of us in here relate to. Cheers, bro. I love that. All of us feel it, man. All of us feel that. What are your thoughts on GHD versus 45-degree back extension for low back training? I love both of them, but the GHD is better because when you are at peak tension, when you're fully locked out, you're at peak tension. Whereas the 45-degree, you are not fully, your peak tension is different. It's when you're kind of like mid-rep. That's the only thing. It's a different strength curve. The physique is not just superficial, it's spiritual. It seems superficial, but it is human. It is artistic creation and of some intelligence that is inside us. Yeah, I mean, Richie, the way I see it is you can definitely make it much, much deeper if you're just chasing aesthetics. The process is very grueling and it's ongoing and whatever. What I'm referring to is the people that are just purely concerned about the aesthetics, the superficial level. The people that get anxiety about their aesthetics, the people that are just so concerned about what other people think and it just consumes them. It's like this body dysmorphia thing. What I'm talking about is like the other side where the training is therapy. You're not so focused on the exterior of the world. There's actually a deep internal conversation with yourself. That's kind of where I am, and that's what I seek, because I really feel like that's where happiness lives. It's not in the validation of other people because they see you the way you are. That's kind of what I'm thinking about all of this. You can definitely be an aesthetics athlete and also be deep and meaningful for sure. But as long as the exterior, the shell of you doesn't reflect exactly what's happening internally and you're so dependent upon other people's validation, that in itself I feel like is very, very turbulent for a lot of people. I feel like that's a dangerous thing and moves you away from happiness if you're so superficially focused. That's kind of what I was going with that. Alrighty. That feels good. All right. I'll turn some bloody lights on in here, eh? Will be a good idea. Let's do a bit of this, I think. Let's get your boys around here now. Thank you, Rebel. Thank you, Richard. The weights are my toys, Lee Priest. I love that. I love that. This conversation is what the world needs more. More people need to read and listen to these types of conversations. Yeah, totally. I put my headphones on and rock out. I lift some weights, the music feels better. My body wakes up, it's ecstatic at times, just incredible. So glad I have training in my life. Amen to that, Ethan. Absolutely, boys. I think there are some of us that truly understand what all of this is. You know, and like I've said it many times, the journey is really the reward in all of this. It's not the destination; it's the journey. It's how you're going and how you're doing and the process. That's the beautiful thing. And if you get all of that sorted out, like the process of going about this, then of course this is just a matter of a whole life thing. It's like I said to you before, like it's the therapy. It's your spirit feels lighter after you've done working out. Your body feels lighter. Your mind is clearer. Like it is endless. And I think for somebody to go through all of that and not get some of these other benefits, I feel like it's a robbery, because maybe some people are concerned about how they look and how weak they are and how much fat they have on the side, or like they get consumed by some of these other metrics. And they maybe leave the gym disappointed and sad and frustrated. And I'm like, damn it, that is not what this is supposed to be about. And so for those people, I feel sorry for, so concerned about what the mirror shows and comparing yourself to other Instagram people and always kind of feeling down. No. Sometimes I feel like the best thing would be for everyone to have their own gym like this, with no people around, and you just focus on your own being, and just like philosophy says, you just be. That's truly what happiness, at least for me. And I understand there's a lot of people that feed off, camaraderie and other people in the gym and whatever, but with that comes also negative people that are there to put you down and not uplift you. Although, in my experience, the gyms that I've gone to have only been uplifting. It just seems like the internet is, I don't know where these people, do these people even go to the gym? Like in all my years of training, like when I go to the gym, everyone's, for the most part, is like very, very, like vastly positive and encouraging and spotting you and fist pumping you, whatever they have. But then you go online and there's all this negativity and you're like, what the fuck, man? How is the gym, distribution of happy to sad people not the same as online? Like where do these people come from? Or do people go crazy as soon as they get a keyboard in front of them? It's really surprising to me. I remember you saying, Ivan, the gym is a place where you're truly free and you don't have to worry about anything else. You planted that seed for me, must have been 4 to 5 years ago now, so thank you. Awesome, dude. Awesome. Respect, eh? Ethan, man, I don't know how many times I say that to myself. I can't wait to train. And I wish everyone had that same energy towards it. It's a beautiful thing. I'm so happy here. Oh man, I just feel sad that everyone doesn't have this. It's so good. Do you ever deal with depression, Ivan? Raven, not in the sense, Look, I think everyone has ups and downs in life. That's just the way it is. There's just no two ways about it. Life is not supposed to be always happy. But when you say depression, depression is like this prolonged condition where it is unreasonably long that you're sad. Or, you know, let's say something happens in your life and the natural response is to be sad for like 3-4 days. But for you, it's like lingers for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. That is probably like a depressive state. I think clinical depression is diagnosed after like, is it 12 weeks of ongoing sadness after something has happened? That is depression. I might not be right with some of these terms and some of these metrics that I'm using, but I have not felt like that. Of course, I felt sad. I've lost some loved ones in my life. Things have happened in my life for sure, as everyone has experienced some sort of thing. But like I haven't been depressed as such, like that. Or maybe I just have coping mechanisms. I don't know. Like I think about this stuff. You know, for the last 5.5 years, this has been an escape. So, I don't know. The overarching feeling is that I'm very, very happy in life, man. Like I'm so grateful, so happy that everything that I have in life. And I think a lot of that comes from the work that I do. Like I see so much sadness on a daily. So much that I'm so glad to come home and I've got these 3 beautiful kids and a wife that is supportive and loyal and is always by my side. Like so happy with that. You know, I know a lot of people don't have that. And so every day I have this ongoing happiness and gratitude about everything that's happening. Yeah. But do I have sad days? For sure. Absolutely. Without a doubt. Raven, have you dealt with depression yourself, mate? All right, let's chuck some of these guys on. Do 130. And what you quoted Ivan saying, man, I want to just carry that around and spread that. I'll be at work or home and just start getting excited knowing training is coming. It's so good. I love that, man. I absolutely love it. Got to smash some weighted pull-ups today, going for 30 for a few sets of 5. Nice. 3 sets will be a PB. Nice, dude. That's a lot of weight. After this concert, I have no choice but to get it. Thanks, fellas. Respect, man. I love it. I love this positivity, man. That's what it should be about. Everyone's got their own journey and their own goals and their own ambitions. Just push people in the right direction. Push them in the right direction. Get them to do good. I don't understand why some people like want to see other people fail. You know, nobody benefits if they fail. And especially us normal folk. Okay, if you're freaking in NBA finals or the finals of the Wimbledon or whatever, you might not want your your opponent to win, but you don't want them to fail, if you know what I mean. You don't want them to get an injury. You want to have like a nice smashing effort for both people, and then the better man wins. That's what it should be about. None of this injury. Like what happened to Tyrese Halliburton in the finals is just terrible. And I'm sure even the boys in OKC didn't want to see that. Like you don't want to see your opponent get injured and that's how you get the championship. No, you want to have the best effort, best game, best ever, and you beat him, and then you feel like a king. You know, not this other shit where people get injured and screwed over. And Hey. Oh no. I want to put it the other way this time around. I like it this way. So much better looking. Just changing the bloody orientation of the plate gets me like a new toy. To get as strong as this Ivan fella here. Oh, thank you, Ethan. Nah, I reckon you're 3 sets of 30 kilos. That is very, very strong. I don't know if I've ever done that much. I'm just trying to think. I used to go crazy with pull-ups. I think I've tried 30 kilos in the past, but I don't know if I've ever done a set of 5. I've always gone for volume on pull-ups. And I remember like doing pull-ups, I would get sore abs from doing them. You know, absolutely stretches the shit out of everything. Richard, you're very close, man. You're much lighter than me, Richard. You need to understand that I'm like 20 kilos heavier than you, man. Or something like that, and you're damn near benching what I'm benching. I believe deal with it very often. Many times I just want God to return and fix all this mess in the world. It's gone too far now. It's going to get much uglier before it gets better though. Raven, all of those deep questions that you're asking yourself, man, I've asked myself as well. It's very hard for us to compute all that. Sometimes I feel like the human being is not meant to have enough computing power in their brain to work out some of these problems, philosophical. We're limited. I don't think we're supposed to come up with some of these big answers. But yeah, the world is very bad at the moment. But I just feel like every generation feels like that. The world's always been bad, man. I don't know what the hell is going on, man, to be honest. It just seems to be going from bad to worse. And every generation went through some crap. Fuck. Oh my God. Oh. Back cramp, man. Brutal. Oh. That felt pretty good, actually. That felt pretty good. I'll give it 150 a go today. I want to fail it. Max is 155, but I feel like you need to be some sort of proximity to it. Deadlift max is 120, 140 is heavier than me. Motivation, inspiration. I saw you 6 plate PR, then beyond. My best is 5 plates. Maybe another 1 to 5 years. Yeah. I don't know why the deadlift is so progressed in me. And what annoys me the most about my deadlift is that it's so far away from my squat. That legit annoys me. I wish it wasn't. I wish it was some sort of like relative to it, but yeah, the more I squatted, the better the deadlift got. Weird. 140 AMRAP on bench. Oh yeah, I don't know. Not as good as yours, that's for sure. Greg, you are a machine when it comes to all this. Yeah, doubt I can manage 30 for 5, but I'll see where my baseline is and maybe build. Try it out. Ivan, I think you are close to 4 plates. Oh, goodness. 4 plate bench, huh? 4 plate bench would be absolutely sick. I'm trying to pick it slowly, you know. But I don't know. Oh my goodness me. Fuck, my back is killing me. This is probably not a good idea to do after rowing. Oh, fuck. Whew. It's just so hard to push when your back is spasming underneath you. Holy shit. Just when I start to really, really push, the back starts to seize up. And it's not even the lats, it's the rectors, man. Fuck. It's so hard to focus on pushing the bench. The back is seizing, which tells me the whole time, man, this benching business is so much about back. It's so strange. So much about back. I think it's time to do some squats now. Of course, because it's been raining like crazy here, I've got some bloody laundry here, which we'll need to move for this to work. I need to get this out of the way somehow. Let's plonk it over here somewhere. So much rain. It's very hard to do anything when it comes to laundry. Well, that's what you get when you have a home gym. You gotta bloody do what you gotta do. Oh. You do bench and you do back as well. It's okay, 150 moved, well, I'll check it out on the video now, but I felt like it moved pretty all right. It would have been great not to get a bloody cramp mid-set, but I still don't think I'm good enough for 160, not yet. Let's see. Just replaying this. 150. You can just feel when it's after 1 a.m. here, time for bed. You all enjoy your training session. This conversation was great. Way to end my night. Thanks, guys. All the best, Richard. You have a good sleep, brother. I'll see you soon, I'm sure of it. Catch you next time, man. 100% Raven. It's like the story of Job in the Bible. Good questions us humans, and says eventually who we to question his ways. Best to keep the faith and trust in the plan, brother. Raven, I know you believe in God. Are you Christian or just a believer? As in, do you believe in Jesus Christ and what happened on the cross, or just a general belief in God? Raven. I was born a Christian. I went to church all my life. All my life I went to church. I grew up in a country that was split by war and bloodshed and genocide. And I really, really struggled for many years there about the whole idea of religion as a faculty, like as a what do you call it, as an organization, because there was so much bloodshed in the name of some of these religions. Obviously, politics, evil men infiltrating churches, mosques, all of that, side of the story. Do I believe in God? 100% correct. I believe in God wholeheartedly. I feel the presence of a creator. I definitely feel that. There's just no doubt in my mind. Do I believe in Jesus and that he was here, the Son's God was here? God's Son was here? Yes. The Bible as a text, yes, I believe in a lot of these texts. Do I believe in absolutely everything that comes out of religious institutions? No. There is a divide, and these questions are very deep in myself, and it's an ongoing dialogue because I struggle with a lot of this stuff. And it's one of those questions that always goes in my mind over and over and over and over again. And I ask myself all these questions all the time. My belief in God has never been stronger, but my belief in religion has never been weaker. That's probably the best way to explain it. For many, many years as an adult, I wanted to read the Bible cover to cover, and also wanted to read some of the other texts of religion cover to cover. Never really got around to it because life is busy and whatever else is going on in my life, but that doesn't mean I don't spend a lot of time thinking about it. And I struggle with a lot of these things. Like I said before, I don't know if I have enough computing power to fully come around to understand what the hell is going on and why the world is so evil and how can we be so far away from, as a world, from good. I don't know. And the questions like, why would God allow all of this suffering comes into my mind all the time as well. Yeah, these are some of the questions, and I don't have the answers to you. There's some people in my life that are very, very religious, and they've asked me the same questions, and we have this huge dialogue about everything. And it's always like, but Ivan, you believe in God? Without a doubt, 100% I believe in God. There's no doubt in me at all. But I just don't know, maybe I don't know enough, I'm not educated enough in the topic, but I don't know whether along the lines, somewhere, some of these texts, that we've been misled down the wrong path, and the chaos has come out of that. I don't know. There's endless, absolutely endless examples of people committing genocide at a huge scale. And then they go to church and they just, They do one of these and they walk out and they feel like God's forgiven them and off they go. And some of these people have even been sainted. And you're like, wait a minute here. You're a saint? I'm supposed to honor you like you're one of the gods? Or you're God's, chosen one? Wait a minute. If another man tells me that here is a guy and I know some stuff, I'm always skeptical of this stuff. I'm a skeptic. Anything that is man-made and another man pushing something over me, I'm a skeptic. I don't come around very easily on some of these topics. I just struggle with the thought. And sometimes I think to myself, man, if I had the time, I really want to just deep dive into some of these thoughts to find an answer. But life doesn't permit that. Life is so busy. But this is the true question, right? Oh, man. Ivan, do you believe in God? Just a general belief in God. Greg says, Ivan, one of the recent videos helped me out tremendously, more so that you would think about the idea of finding time when trying to lift every single day. You are a beast, Ivan. Keep at it. Thank you, Greg, man. Appreciate it. I always love hearing responses like that back. Appreciate that, Greg. You've helped me as well, man, many times. We've had some amazing chats along the way. Some great ideas, sparked some great thoughts. Beautiful. This is why these lives are amazing to me, man. Hope you get it, Richard. Richard says, man, you guys are awesome. It's 1/5 was smooth. Thank you, Ethan. Get some breakfast 9 a.m. over here in the UK. Take care, everyone. Thank you for giving us a platform to have these beautiful conversations with you. Thank you, Ethan. Raven, thank you, man. All the best, Ethan. I'll see you around as well, man. Maybe I've already gone. I missed you, but I really appreciate the positivity and the thoughts and the encouragement. Absolute positivity in this world. You're a light, man, for sure. Raven says, right, I was brought up Catholic and thought that was a Christian, but now I'm no longer a Catholic and only Christian. Catholicism is very strange. The call Pope Father. Gods say, call no man Father but God alone. Thank you for the responses. I'll end the question of religion ideas now. Interesting, man. Yeah, all of these things, man, I just don't know. So much of my time and effort I've spent over this stuff, and I just don't know. I just go by feel, what I truly feel, Greg says true Christianity is not a religion as in Christianity that follows the sole authority of the Bible above all else over man-made concepts like worshiping Mary. All glory to Jesus Christ alone. There you go. True Christianity is not a religion, but the only faith that comes in the form of a relationship over following rules and customs. Yeah. The devil and his allies are at work, and I personally feel attacks wire frequency these days. I'll let you get back to other questions now. Peace and love. Thank you, Raven. Appreciate the positivity and the thoughts, man. These conversations are really, really worth a thought, for sure. It says, Ivan, you inspire me to do better in my job to make more money. I'm trying to build a proper home gym in the next few years. Getting fed up going to these commercial gyms that don't suit us powerlifters. Nice, Miz. Take it slow, dude. Piece by piece. It doesn't have to be an overnight thing, man. None of us are millionaires. You can't just, flop all this money around. Greg says, Catholicism being a big violator of biblical concepts such as worshiping Mary or the saints, or simply thinking you can not talk to God directly and need a mediator. Yeah, yeah, very interesting stuff. Do you like Seinfeld? Oh, I'm not a big fan. I used to watch it back in the day, but I'm not as crazy as some people. I know I used to know people that were like literally could word by word like ring off bloody episodes. Have you heard Kanye's new song HH? No, I have not. All these commercial gyms, pencil neck, they look down on us, they lift real big heavy weights. Yeah, you're probably out of place when you start pile up all these weights. God bless you, man, for what you do, and regardless of your beliefs, I see God in your life and everything you do. Thank you, Greg, man. Thank you, man. That is a beautiful thought, man. Well, it's funny. You're triggering all these thoughts in my mind about my conversation to the kids the other day. I was telling them, obviously they know about God and, Jesus and all of that stuff. I've introduced some of these concepts. I've got a 9-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 2-year-old. Obviously, the 2-year-old's got no idea what's going on, but, I say to them things like, even if dad and mum and dad are not around, God can see you. God is within you. So you don't need mommy and daddy to watch over your shoulders for you to do good things. You can do good things and still, be a good person without anyone ever seeing you, because there's always somebody watching, and that's God. That's God within you. So I'm introducing some of these topics, and I find it when I'm teaching my kids about some of these concepts, like not only do you try to like make it concise and straight to the point, because their attention spans are little kids, I'll always kind of check myself on a lot of this stuff. Like, you yourself, you're willing to kind of go 6 months and waste 6 months with all these different exercises and whatever. Just an example. But like when my kids come here, I'm going to want to give them only the best of the best of the best. Everything that I've summarized in my life, the best I can muster, is going to go to them. I'm not going to waste their time and waste their... And so like even talking about God to them, I'm like, okay, what do I truly believe for them, like as a blank canvas they are? What are the first colors that I put on that canvas? And so, children really make you think hard about every step you take and every message you send their way. It's powerful. Oh, the basics to start off a home gym, there's no doubt about it, man. I think a squat rack, you don't have to go full power rack like me. I'm not even using the power rack, but when you're starting out, obviously you don't have a lot of knowledge as well. Obviously you have, you're a seasoned lifter. But when I started, I wasn't a seasoned lifter, and so I made some mistakes. I bought some benches. One of those benches is from Kmart here, which is like $20. I bought it. It's going to snap even when you sit on that. Yeah. So I've had to buy things a couple of times. Like I've got another bench now. Even this bench is not good because the feet are not what I want for benching. But yeah, I think power rack, bar plates. I think if you're at home, probably... depends what sort of setup you want, but I really believe in bumper plates. At least like a couple of pairs, just so you can kind of put them on your bar, so you can absorb some of that. Usually I put one as the first is a bumper plate, and then the last one is also I try to put a bumper plate because the bar will bend and all that stuff. So bumper plates are amazing. A good barbell, and that's a good place to start. Alrighty. Nice little warm up for squats. Now let's get squatting. All right. We're already over an hour. Unbelievable, man. How does that happen? I sometimes warm up for bench. 2 seconds later, it's like already an hour. How? Time flies when you have fun, huh? Alrighty. I stand with you, Ivan. Well spoken to what you teach your kids. In my eyes, you are displaying being a great father. I'll keep it brief, but I was utterly broken before Christ was in my life. He saves. Appreciate it, noted. Nice, Greg. You know, no matter, I think to myself sometimes, no matter who you or what you are, when you meet somebody that is truly a man of God, that is only positivity that emits from them. I've never met anybody that is truly a man of God and wants to kill you, murder you, and all this stuff. Some of these parts of the world where you do hear this, that they are killing and doing all these atrocities in the name of God, like that, they don't emit positivity. So, you know, listening to you, Greg, talk about this, you know, he saves you, it's like, wow. Positivity, there's lightness there, light coming out of you. So, I don't understand how anybody can ever feel threatened by somebody saying that. It's a beautiful thing. I can't be bothered doing much more than squats and deadlifts plus leg accessories. While I save recovery points on those, I drop some upper body stuff. Can't. Yeah, Raven, you gotta kind of work out your approach. You know, doing squats and deadlift for volume is, man, that is very taxing, man. I never do both at the same time. Like I said, like I've got seasons where I do these things. Most of the time I'm doing like singles with squats, practicing. I'm not pushing the volume on this thing. Like I'm doing volume once a week basically on the leg, on the belt squat. But the deadlift is chilling, you know, like you can only do so much. You don't want to burn yourself out. All right, 140. Let's see what 140 feels like. Every day I'm seeing how 140 feels like. You're working 3 jobs now, determined to build my dream job, my dream home gym. You have a very good setup, definitely a weight rack, a versatile barbell, weight bench, and a set of weight plates is what you need first. It's an investment in yourself, and that will pay. Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. This stuff lasts a lifetime. Have you ever had a blood test after a big leg day? Nah, man. I've had like 1 blood test in the last bloody like 10 years or something. Beware of wolves in sheep's clothing. You will know them by the fruits of their labor. Most people claim to believe in God or know God, but an extremely small amount of actually obey God. Yeah, that's true. That rings true for many, many people, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Yeah. And you're constantly being tested. Every single day you wake up and you go about your day. You're being tested on which side of the fence you are. By the decisions you make. Don't worry about what people say. Don't worry about any of that. It's what they do. You know? That's the true measure. All right. Let's go 180. Today I think we can go to 200. That was very easy for some reason. Very, very easy this one. So I'll creep up to 200 today. Just a little bit of a creep job. I'm always monitoring closely how the squat feels. I do not want to exert myself. Not yet. RP 200 kg. Oh, I have no idea. It depends on day to day, man. I really don't know. My max is 215 on that particular day last year. So who knows what it is now? You know? Who knows? Changes day by day. I know my purpose now in the realm of weight training. It's to expose people to love through my passion in the weights. The same day I hit 225 for 10 on deadlift, I saw many people watching before. I stepped back and clearly displayed the sign of the cross, so it's obvious where my strength comes from. This is my purpose now, as I have come to know. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. That is beautiful, Greg. Using your success to propagate positivity. Beautiful. Beautiful, man. Only 1 in 100,000 will squat 200 in their lifetime. Yeah. Well, my thing is also, the way I think about it is how many of those 100,000 men are willing to devote so much time to this. You know what I mean? I think that to myself as well. Like it's not just the act of me squatting 200. It's like, I'm sure 100,000 of those people will be able to do what I do if they just did what I did, you know? All right. Let's see how 200 feels, eh? How did that look? I wonder. I love looking back. Yeah. Beautiful. Not bad. I'm happy with that. Beautiful. Sometimes I think, why don't I just walk out 200, 220, just to feel it. I might do that now. I'll just load it up. Say hi to it. Just to feel the nerves. I feel the nerves of 220 on my back. It really makes you feel where you're deficient. And my back right now is so fried. It's such a nervous response. Oh, man. Ready for tomorrow. Let's have a look. I'm brainstorming something here. It feels off. This thing like this. I feel like I want to warm up my shoulders a little bit more. Oh. Oh. You guys can't even see me there, can you? It looks like I'm not going to have time to get my wrists in. So I'll just finish off with a bit of shoulder work. Ivan, the thought process of volume influenced my own style of training. The intense volume in idea saved me from hard life or plateauing on only doing heavy singles every session. Putting on the 5th plate really lit my eyes. Such a beautiful thing to see. Yeah, I know, Greg. I feel the same way, man. Such a beautiful thing to see, 5 plates. So complete. Hey, Vine, just started squatting a lot this year and now I've got a mean lower back pain when sitting and squatting. Any tips for a fellow squatter? The first thing that comes to my mind is hip flexors. I need you to go on Google right now and just type in psoas, P-S-O-A-S, psoas, and just look at the origin of those muscles and the insertion point. And you will see probably you'll be looking straight at the source of your pain. That right there is what you need to work on in order to alleviate your lower back pain without knowing nothing else. I really think if I'm getting the right message across from you is that you haven't herniated a disc and you just got some discomfort. So I think it's hip flexor related and I think the psoas is the culprit. How do you train the hip flexors? You can go for a run. That will be great for it. You can do the reverse squat. That's great for it. You can do the adductor machine. That's great for it. You can do standing still marching, or you can look up sprinting hip flexor training and you'll be able to get that. I think that will be an excellent starting point for you. The hip flexors are basically the opposite to what squatting muscles are trying to do, or the antagonists. And I think you should really start there. P-S-O-A-S, psoas, hip flexor. Look that up and just deep dive into that, and I reckon you will start to understand what's happening in all of that, which helps increase strength, mental fortitude, and enhance core stability. You think speed is when squatting heavy, and how do you work on that? Speed is good. You need to make sure you don't overspeed. You just move as fast as you can without losing positioning. Positioning, I think, is the key. You don't want to lose position. You don't want to be disadvantaged. You know what I mean? All good, Anton. Anton. How many reps of 200 do you think you could squat, Ivan, if you were fresh and fully carved up? Oh, I don't know, man. I don't really know. If I really, really sent it, I reckon right now I'd have, oof, I reckon I could get 5. Maybe 5. I don't know. I don't think more than 5. Yeah. If I really sent it and I just really gave it everything I got and rested and all the rest of it, maybe 5. But this is the thing, like, with squatting, it's never about do I feel strong enough. It's like, how long can I maintain balance, man? Because I'm always in a shitty position with squats. It's incredible. Enjoying the Adelaide weather lately, bro. Yeah, pissing down with rain all the time. I do like rain. It just sucks to train when it's really cold out here, you know? All right, I'll do 2 more of those. Nice little shoulder. Oh, no idea, Miz. I don't even know what all that feels like. No idea at all, dude. I have no intuition about any of that. All I've ever known is raw. All right. All right. That's a nice little cool down. Oh, Greg, the reason why I do these protractions and what the push-up plus is it's kind of like part of the whole benching heavy thing. I don't know about you, man, but like so many times I've got a knot in my rhomboids, and a long time ago I realized that the way you get rid of those is just simply do push-up plus. I used to suffer from them a lot when I was like benching heavy and all that, getting like these shitty right neck rhomboid lockups, and so I'll do them, and since then I'll be really good. So there's a whole host of things that I kind of do around the lifting. Bebo. Sad će tate doći, sine. Hoću mi ići kupat? Hoću mi ići kupat? Yeah, so I'll do all these things, like same with like wrist pronations and all that, just to keep the elbow pain away and keep the that's why I do it, man. I think you would love it. Watch a few videos and you will be convinced. No fluff, basic. I love the idea of sandbag train. I've been thinking about many times about getting into sandbag train. I've been really meaning to buy it. Brandon, hello Ivan. Hey guys. I need to leave it here, guys. I need to go inside and shower the little guy and retire from the day. So, like always, means a lot to me that you guys are here, chilling with me. Great energy today, great chats from Miz to Greg to Antoine to Richard before, like all the fellas. Ethan, I'm missing a whole bunch, I'm sure. All of you guys that kind of chill with me. Really, really means a lot. And I love these lives, even though they're terrible for the channel and all the rest of it. I don't mind, man. I just follow the good vibes, and these are the good vibes. So it's an absolute pleasure. And I'll see you all, guys, tomorrow, same time. I've got the same shift tomorrow, so I'll be here same time, same place. And tomorrow I will try and do something a little bit different, I think. Maybe I'll deadlift tomorrow, maybe not. The back is still kind of tired. I'll definitely do a lot of pronation work. Today I kind of did a bit of not prevention in the back, just recovery day basically. Tomorrow I'll do some elbow stuff, arm wrestling stuff, and then the day after I hope I can do some deadlifts, and that's exciting. Appreciate you, fellas. I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace out. God bless, Greg. God bless you, man. Hey, every single day for 5 years, man. But guess what? Like, it's one day at a time, man. That's all we got on this earth. Just one day at a time. Live in the moment. Appreciate everything you got in life, and it's all going to be good. Appreciate you, man. I appreciate everyone else. Peace out, guys. Bye-bye.